I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Greetings, everybody. Happy Thursday to you all. What's up, AOD? Do you know AOD? Every single time he joins the stream, he says "Sauce has the sauce," and he's done that for like a year and a half.
Hell yeah!
I like consistency, man. Every day joins the stream. Sauce has the sauce. Appreciate it, man. Hope you all had a nice Wednesday night, or Wednesday, I should say. Baseball's been on for 14 hours.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Toast had a monster afternoon. I had a good one. I went 3-2, so I won a few dollars.
My night slate didn't go well with Mr. Kikuchi giving up that goddamn grand slam. He looked fine after that. That was what sucked, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I ended up losing like a unit. It was the Braves that really pissed me off because I had to go against my beloved Phillies that I do love. Yes, I have like 4 favorite teams, but Bryce Harper is.
Speaking of Phillies, I just want to bring something up on the screen.
But
do you guys
I hate the city of Atlanta so much.
Do you guys have any comments about this?
Yeah, I
didn't bet it.
He didn't bet it. He didn't bet it.
The over 8.
Yeah. See what happened here with this image. If this image was captioned, it would be 1 sharp and 2 guys who fell for the soup.
Fell for the. If I bet it, I would say yes. I definitely fell for the soup.
I knew I was dead when I swear to God, this is exactly what happened. I'm sitting upstairs, and Philly gets a guy on base, and here comes Bryce Harper, and my wife had like just walked in the door, and she goes, "Oh, who do you got in this one?" And I have the Braves, and she goes, "Oh." And then literally 2 minutes later, he hit a home run.
Is that a John Boy shirt? Toast rocking a John Boy shirt.
Nice. Isn't this cool?
Toast would have a John Boy shirt, dude. I think he's close by to here. I've never spoken to him or anything, but I know somebody.
I haven't either, but I tried to support them, and then this was like way back in the day.
Dude,
now they're like,
I'm in support of any privatized media, like anybody that goes against the man and does their own thing. I'm with it.
What they have done is awesome. Yeah.
I know somebody that was up in their office. Apparently, it's really cool up there. It's in like Brooklyn or something.
They got the warehouse baseball and shit.
Oh yeah, they had the warehouse baseball games. They got all kinds of new games and stuff. It's what they've done with Blitzball is like really, really cool. Like, if anybody has like teenage kids and stuff, and you want to find something to watch that likes baseball, watch the Blitzball games on their YouTube channel. It's really, really cool.
I like I said, I never met any of those guys personally, but they seem like good dudes up there. We only have 6 games to talk about. So yeah, we might as well just get right into it, right? Angels on the road in Tampa Bay. This is a 1:10 p.m. Eastern time spot. I'm assuming, it's Thursday, so it has to be a getaway day. The Angels immediately go to, drum roll please, where are the Angels going? They are going to Houston. So the Angels are immediately flying to Houston, and the Tampa Bay Rays are remaining home to play the Braves. So, okay, in terms of the quote-unquote spot, the Rays have a less important NL series on deck without a travel. So the Rays are – now, this is very thin. I would say the Rays are more likely to quote-unquote empty the tank for this win. If you're on the fence and needed a nudge. I like looking at stuff like that. Because they don't have to travel, and they're staying home against Atlanta and interconference, interleague play. Interconference, Jesus. So Toast, Jose Soriano on the road here.
Kind of torn. I do think that he should pitch well. I don't really put again. I was on the Angels' first 5 today. Obviously that lost, but Kikuchi had 2 outs. He ended up obviously he put the bases loaded. He gives up a bomb, and besides that, he was pretty much fine. Tampa Bay only scored 1 run after that, so it's not like there was like an offensive onslaught. I think they caught Kikuchi with 1 bad pitch, and they made him pay for it. But I still think that it's the Angels at pass. I don't know what their bullpen situation is off the top of my head. That's what I was stuttering, because I was trying to pull that up as I was talking. But as long as they have just a few guys in that bullpen, I don't understand why we wouldn't take another shot with them.
They only used Detmers tonight.
Yeah, so it would be the Angels for me. I'm actually probably going to end up betting this. I haven't been able to do my bullpen checklist, but getting Soriano coming off a bad start. Again, he's been really, really good for about 2 years now. He even got even better from 2023 to 2024. He had one really good outing this year and one really bad outing. The one good outing was on the road, so that's a little bit nicer, but that was against the White Sox. But again, he's been pitching, even going back to last year, those last 7 games, he's been pitching like really, really good. And his last 2 starts on the road last year at Washington, at Seattle, 13 innings, only 2 earned runs. So Littell's a little bit of a wild card. He pitched really well against Colorado at home and then really bad against Texas on the road. But again, this Angels lineup is, I think, one of the more underrated units in Major League Baseball, and they continue to find ways to score. That Paris kid is just coming out of his mind. Logan O'Hoppe is one of the best young catchers in Major League Baseball. Solaire's starting to do things, not to mention the fact that they got Trout in the lineup that's finally giving them something. On top of all of that, they all have pretty good numbers against Littell, especially Solaire, Trout, and I think there was somebody else. I think Tim Anderson had a decent number of looks against him as well. So, but this Angels offense, I want to continue to preach this. This Angels offense is very, very good, at least right now. And they're getting it from multiple players in this lineup. So I just wanted to point that out, because I don't think that goes. I think that's going severely unnoticed in like the media as far as baseball is concerned. So Angels up for me.
I will say, in terms of the Angels offense, they did lose today. And yeah, they struggled to get to the Rays bullpen a little bit, but they did get to Pepio. They had 9 base runners in 5 innings. They should have. What did they score? 3 runs off Pepio? That could have been 6. I mean, they really,
should have been 5 at least.
They definitely
bases loaded with 1 out in the first inning.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say the first inning was what really hurt, especially because then the bottom half of the first is when the bomb came.
Yeah, and that, I mean, we're talking about the Angels lineup on the road in this ballpark. Pepio's considered by some to be pretty good. They didn't have problems getting to him. So in terms of the Angels lineup, maybe they're able to get to Littell, and they definitely have the bullpen advantage. My concern, surprisingly, I don't know how much I like Soriano right now. He didn't look that great against Cleveland. Trevor, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of, first sight, I like the Angels. I think they had a bunch of chances today and blew it. Like you said, great numbers versus Littell, and they used 1 arm out of the bullpen. Rays used Kelly, Rodriguez, Montgomery, and then Fairbanks. So, I mean, they used a decent amount of arms. They don't travel, I get it. But you also kind of wonder, like, what the lineup will be. It is travel day, so, I mean, are they really going to send out everybody? But they do have this kid, that Kyron Paris kid. Absolute monster. Absolute friggin' monster.
He's done this before, though.
Who cares? He kind of got.
No, I love it. I'm just saying, it's like him and Joe Adell. It's like these guys, man. But yeah,
Joe Adell. Yeah, dude's the master of 1 week, like just domination stretches. But
love Joe.
Yeah, Angels money line. Otherwise, I do kind of like the under a little more. Like we saw in that
I was saying an over, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of like the under. I'm with Toast. I like Soriano a bit. I know he didn't look good versus Cleveland, but this Rays offense isn't that good. You know, they got to Kikuchi in the first inning. Other than that, absolutely nothing. And then the Angels, after that, they got 3 homers that all freaking solos. You know, had they just had 1 guy on base, managed to at least force extras the way this game ended. But I think Soriano will be fine. It's getaway day. Tampa Bay, I'm not too impressed with their offense. 1 run after the first inning. I just think it'll be more of a pitcher's duel a little bit. I know the Angels have good numbers, but Angels money line or the under. I'm kind of torn which one to play. I'm kind of leaning more towards the under, to be honest.
Kyle,
it's disgusting, but
we can not have to worry about Soriano and play Angels team total over 3.5 minus 130.
Yeah, I was thinking that 3.5 is. I guess Angels team total is probably how I would go. I don't know. See, dude, it's not like Cleveland is a respected lineup right now, and Soriano really didn't look great against them.
Yeah, I mean, he was coming off a 7-inning road performance. I think this is a really good test for him to see how he bounces back. I have to see him pitch back
price?
2 times in a row. 130. you could probably shop to 125, maybe better. I'm probably going to actually end up splitting my money. I'll probably do like a half a unit on the team total and half a unit on the Angels money line, if I'm being dead honest, because there is only 6 games tomorrow. So I can split my money and be okay with that. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing.
All right, I put
the
it
total's
up.
down to 8 now too, so I'm not gonna play that.
So yeah, maybe if I was to bet this game, it would be team total over. But I could almost guarantee you I would not be placing a bet on this one. If I had confidence in Soriano, I think the Angels would be the play at that price. But White Sox on the road in Cleveland here against Toast Boy. He's a closeted Gavin Williams fan.
True. It's so true.
Were you on the White Sox first 5 as well? I feel like everyone I talked to was on the White Sox first 5 today. Trev?
Me? No, I played under 7.5, just rinse and repeat with these two teams.
Oh.
I mean, the first inning got a little sketchy with 3 runs, but after that, it was just absolute cruise control.
You got
to the under.
so lucky to catch that under, dude. So
okay,
lucky.
Okay, fair enough. The 9th inning was sketch. Shout out Talkman for pulling a hamstring running third base to get thrown out. But I mean, regardless, there was really nothing like too threatening throughout the game. I know the Guardians had a guy on second every once in a while, and the White Sox did, but wasn't too serious. And these first 2 games, both starting pitchers are absolute just turds. And I like Jonathan Cannon. I like Gavin Williams. I think they're better, and it's a getaway day, so who knows what the lineup will be for both. And until I see a team like erupt offensively, like I have no problem playing another under here. Maybe even Gavin Williams out's over because that bullpen got used to hell today. So they're going to need some length out of him. So I like the under. Otherwise, maybe some Gavin Williams outs, depending on what they pop up at.
There were some times last year where Jonathan Cannon looked formidable, but I'm pretty sure those times were mostly at home in Chicago, if I remember correctly. What about, I honestly might even be down to lay the 1.5 here with Cleveland. You doing it? I honestly think that's the play.
Yeah, the only reason I'm doing it is you're taking Mike Tauchman out of that lineup. Obviously, if you didn't know what I was talking about when I said that Trevor got lucky, I was giving him shit because the White Sox would have tied this game, but he was coming around second in the bottom or the top half of the 9th, and he pulled his hamstring. So they got him out because he literally pulled his hamstring on there. But you're taking him out of that lineup, and that's like just another. Not that Mike Tauchman is some good player, but that's just like another guy that's been playing in the majors for a long time. So you're just taking another veteran bat out and you're adding some AAA or really, really bad player into his place. So that whatever was bad of the White Sox lineup, it just got even worse. And you have Gavin Williams coming off of a so-so performance. Oh, and by the way, Jonathan Cannon, really, really good against right-handed bats or decent against right-handed bats, struggles with left-handed bats. And as we all know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lefty bats in that Cleveland lineup tomorrow. I think Gavin Williams should pitch fine. It's Cleveland minus 1.5.
I might even be down to
Cleveland
do this.
off.
I know it's so bad. It's so
terrible.
Well, let me glance at the White Sox bullpen.
And yes, Cannon got hit up by the Tigers, but are you going to compare the Tigers to the Cleveland's offense?
Let's not go crazy. We're going to just we're already 2 weeks into the season. We're completely comfortable saying the Tigers' offense is significantly better than Cleveland. That may
with what's going on right now. 100%. It's 162.
You guys keep doing this. You guys keep doing this overreaction shit.
I'm not overreacting. Cleveland can score 4 or 5. I don't know how many the White Sox will score.
The White Sox bullpen isn't in. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as you made it sound, Trev.
No, I said Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland's bullpen.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They used 4 or 5 arms today?
Yeah. Oh my God, Cleveland's bullpen is cooked, dude.
That's why I was saying Gavin Williams outs potentially. I'm not sure what the number will be at.
What's Gavin Williams to record a win? Someone give me a price on that. Gavin Williams to record a win.
I don't see that on DraftKings.
I can't even pull.
His earned runs is juiced minus 125 to the under 1.5.
Can I get, because if we're thinking he's going to go deep into the game, he could still pitch a great game and give up 2 earned runs. What about record a win? because that's what we're thinking, right? He's going to go deep into the game, get me outs, and get me to record a win. Those are the two I want.
DraftKings does not have outs or record a win. They have everything else up.
I'll open up FanDuel, see if they have it.
Yeah, I have to use that on my phone.
Oh, you know what? Odd Shopper usually has those types of markets up. 1 second. Sorry to hold the show up. There's only 6 games, though. And I might be down to bet this. Pitching outs. Nothing up. What about to record a win? Nope. All right, so scratch that. I kind of like, I'll write it on the screens, but Gavin Williams over outs record a win. There you go. So, I mean, I'm sure I'll forget about this and forget to bet it, because right after this, I'm going back to working on my MLB model. It's getting close, so I'm going to forget all about this. But this is what I want to bet. If you're in the Discord, someone tag me if you see this market open, because I'd be down to bet Gavin Williams to record a win or over outs at a decent price. All right. Toast, kind of off topic. So my Yankee fan friends, high school friends, talking about Devin Williams, and at the time when the Yankees signed him for $9 million, that was very cheap for what I thought he was. It seems like the scouts were right about it. I thought he would get, when the Yankees sign a closer, they don't sign the 17th highest paid closer. They set the market. That's what the Yankees do. And the fact that they paid Devin Williams only $9 million, so that whole situation is weird. It's like, and now he doesn't look all that great, which I don't know.
He's in playoff form. Devin Williams is always good in the regular season and just pisses down his leg when it matters most in the playoffs.
Well, he's in playoff form. I get what you mean. So, Toast, what are your thoughts on Devin Williams right now? I mean, $9 million is cheap for a Yankees free agent closer.
I think that they two things. I think that you can't take a guy that's had success in Milwaukee and then put him into a high leverage situation like we saw with Hader and now we're seeing with Williams. I think that's just, it's one of those things. It's really hard to do. And I'm really not trying to talk shit, but I'm just saying, like, this is now becoming a little bit of a pattern. On top of that, you can't pay a guy that has a bad back, and he has a bad back. And so maybe, I don't know if he's fighting through it. I don't know what it is. But he's been terrible. And again, it's a very small sample size, but I think there's a reason that they only gave him a 1-year deal. I think it was just to avoid arbitration, but regardless, they could have locked him up for a multiple year deal if they wanted to, but I don't think that his back is right. And I think that they're just trying to get what they could out of him. And again, the Yankees are very, very good as far as like changing pitchers and how they use their arsenal and what pitches they throw and all that stuff. So I think that they thought that if they can get him in there for a year and tinker with all, because I mean, his stuff is disgusting. It's just a matter of when he's throwing it right. So I think that they thought that they can get him in there for a year and then get him how they wanted to get him, and then they could pay him if they needed to, if that back was right. But
I'm just no one offered it though. Like, I don't know that I don't.
Well, he was traded. That was part of it. He was traded.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
okay,
he was traded first. That's how it started. But yeah,
So,
he was traded for Nestor.
Okay,
nasty Nestor, I might add.
I'm not an off-season guy in any sport, really. I don't care about the off-season. I'll talk to you on opening day. So yeah, we got sports scientist Jacob in here saying first 5 under in this Twins Royals game, and then we got Jaron Moreau saying first 5 over right after that. So yeah, we have a moneymaker in the chat who mysteriously shows up right after I muted TWD. That couldn't possibly be. So first off, Toast deserves flowers for this one. I didn't have the stones to do it. I agreed that Twins were the play. I didn't have the stones to do it, and he did. So congrats on your Twins win, Toast. Twins got the win.
With this team, a dead clock's right twice a day, bro. Jesus Christ.
Is Michael Wacha amongst the candidates for regression this year?
I think that he could probably be there. I don't really pay attention to the crazy underlying numbers like Lindy. and John do. I like to use my eyes personally, and that's not like a shot or anything. It's just sometimes I just feel like you can get bogged down in all these expected numbers and whatnot. Again, they're very good at what they do. I'm just saying that's just not how I do things. But he is continuing to get older. And I don't know if he's going to be able to continue to pitch at the level that he does. I'm very curious to see how he does against this Twins lineup, because obviously that we know that this Twins lineup is not good at all. And he doesn't really have any crazy splits as far as like lefty bats or righty bats. I mean, over the last couple of years, he's been pretty much essentially the same on both sides of the plate, which is kind of crazy. But I just think that he's kind of average at this point. And I also think that you're probably only going to see him for 4 or 5 innings, maybe. I lean over 8 personally. That's kind of how I'm looking here. I don't know if I actually get there because these offenses are terrible. But it should be a decent day there. I know that the wind's blowing in, but again, both these pitchers have like extremely good history against the opposing lineup. Like last time Bailey Ober, I mean, good and bad. Bailey Ober had the last time he pitched against Kansas City, he was fantastic. 7 innings, no runs. The previous 3 starts before that, he had 10 innings and had 20 runs against him. So again, it hasn't really been great against him. And then Walker's had really good numbers against Minnesota. So I think the over is the play. I think we've seen some lower scoring games with these two teams the last couple of days. I think that sooner or later on a getaway day could possibly be for that. But again, with it being a getaway day, you have to pay attention to that Twins lineup to make sure Buxton and Correa are playing, because they are notorious for not playing on getaway days for whatever reason they want to so choose. So it would be over 8 if I had to make a play. Oh, it's 8.5 now. Yeah.
You could still get an 8 on FanDuel or DraftKings.
Yeah, over, but I'm not probably betting that shit.
I will say, in terms of a one of those ugly bets, no one's going to want to bet the over here. Both Michael Waka and Bailey Ober are considered to be good starters. These offenses suck. No one wants to bet an over. So in terms of an ugly fade the public type of bet, the over would be the move.
The fact that it went from 8 to 8.5 makes me even want to bet it even more. God damn it.
Ragebait says Kyle's an instigator. Of course he cares about the offseason. No, truly.
No, he truly.
Kyle's
one of my best friends. I'll tell you guys right now. He could care less. Anything that happens until you send him a sheet that has a finalized roster on it. He could give dick about it.
Yeah, like the NFL draft, not my thing. I mean, I don't really even understand why people care so much. I'm not a big like hypothetical like trade rumor guy or free agency rumor. Like, you know what? I'm really excited to talk about like football. August 18th, like when we're looking at week 1 lines. I don't care about like all.
Yeah, when the lines drop.
I am a fan of the sport. But like when the clock hits 0, I don't care about like the sport. Like I don't care about the athletes or like what they do or like I just care about like, for example, we're in off season for football. I care about football, but when they're not playing football, I don't care. Trevor, what are your thoughts on Toast over?
I get it. I mean, Bailey Ober, you know, he bounced back after a horrendous first day, and then Michael Waka. I forget what he did, but he's been all right. Like he's got good numbers versus Twins team. The Royals, a couple of their batters have really good numbers versus Ober here. I mean, just had it. Yeah, Bobby Witt, 9 of 19, 2 triples and a home run. Salvi Perez, 7 of 19, 2 doubles, 2 homers. Kyle Isbell, 4 of 12. That's about it. I mean, nobody else really has fantastic numbers versus him. But I'm kind of liking an under. I don't like that I went to 8.5. That kind of scares me a little bit. Where are all these runs going to come from? Not to mention it's getaway day. Like Toe said, you got to wonder about the lineups. We got winds blowing left to right at 15 miles an hour. It's going to be breezy and clear. So it is what it is, 68 degrees. But I don't see where the runs come from. Like both of these offenses are horrendous. Like the Royals haven't looked good. The Twins put up 4 today. So, I mean, I guess congratulations, but I think Ober's solid. I think he had a terrible opening first start of the year. I think he bounces back. Waka, I like him. And then this Twins lineup, if they're missing pieces, that definitely hurts them even more. And Harrison Bader's like arguably one of your better hitters, which is kind of weird.
Harrison Bader's a stud. Leave him alone.
No, I'm not saying he isn't, but when that's like arguably your best hitter, he leads off, doesn't he?
No, he's like bottom.
Okay, never mind. Then I got that mixed up. But still, arguably, he's one of their better hitters. Like, I don't see a lot of runs coming. I like the under here.
Ooh. No Duran probably. No Jax probably.
No Jax. Maybe they might use Duran, but no Jax definitely. That's what I was just gonna say.
It's not 3 out of 4. Sorry, I thought that was 2 out of 3.
It's 3 out of 5.
Regardless, they just saw Duran. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm playing this over 8. Well, I'll battle with you.
I was thinking of just playing Kansas City, to be honest.
Fuck that. I hate that team.
Man,
That's
these games
the
suck.
side I lean to.
I know, dude. These games. I have one bet tomorrow so far, and I think you're gonna as soon as we hit that game, you're gonna know exactly what it is.
I just feel like the Twins are so bad, and tonight was the time to play them because nobody wanted to do it after the night before that. So they snuck one, and now we get back to reality when it's like, dude, this team's bad. This team is so bad. All right, let's move on.
I honestly, guys, the only reason that I'm playing that 8 is because it's kicked up to 8.5 on some books, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before we get a couple runs from these teams. So it might only hit. They might only score 9, but I'll take my chances.
I kind of snapped on somebody in the YouTube comments today. He goes,
"Oh no."
He goes, I just don't understand how anyone could bet the Rockies. And I was just like, you must be brand new to betting baseball. He's like, they're 2-7. They're 2-7. What am I missing? That's how he responded. And I was just like, I got pissed.
Don't talk shit about Nutella.
They're 2-7.
He goes, they're 2-7. What am I missing? Like a condescending piece of shit. And it just set me off. So naturally, I had to type out a paragraph and put him in his place. That being said, the Rockies got their shit stomped. Nutella, bro. Nutella got slapped.
That clock's right twice a day, like I always say, guys.
Now here we are. Getaway day. Milwaukee's going to the desert to play the Snakes tomorrow.
Big series.
Huge series on deck. Quinn Priester pitching in Coors. Trevor, what are your thoughts?
Well, I liked the over, and then we went and put up freaking 17 tonight. Now I'm like, shit. Like, this over feels doomed tomorrow, especially on getaway day at a 3 o'clock game. But I still like the over. No idea what you're going to get out of Priester. They're only minus 115. I get it's because of Priester, but still, that's a very short number. The Brewers are hitting righties pretty damn well this year. They're sitting fifth in hard hit. Yeah, fifth in hard hit percentage at 35%. They're sitting 12th in WRC plus. They got a 771 OPS, 183 ISO. That includes kind of just like the rough start they had. But you look at Feltner, he's got the highest hard hit percentage on the board tomorrow, 39.4%. He gives up a decent fly ball percentage.
Is that just this year's numbers, his hard hit percentage?
Yeah, he's got 2 starts. So I know it's not a great sample size, but
who were his starts against?
40%. I can tell you one second.
Tell me it's like the Dodgers and Padres or something.
Athletics and Rays.
And he's got the highest hard hit rate in the league against those two lineups?
No. On the board tomorrow of the starters. There's only 12 of them, but
okay.
Still.
I'm listening. That wasn't a bad look.
Thank you. But yeah, I like it. Even if the Brewers send out their B lineup, I still feel like we can score runs. It's going to be sunny in like mid 60s, upper 60s. Wind's kind of blowing in a little bit at 5 miles an hour, but Quinn Priester could easily get messed up. Ryan Feltner in this bullpen. We saw what the Rockies bullpen did today. They can easily get rocked. Not to mention they used a bunch of arms. I get that it's getaway day. They might be looking forward to Arizona, but I still feel like both of these guys can give up runs, and then we're going to factor in the Rockies bullpen. Brewers are hitting really well. Chirio's got I think it was 12 RBIs in the last 3 or 4 games. Like he's really turned it on. So I like the over. I don't want to play the Brewers this price, and backing Priester kind of scares me, especially on getaway days. So I'll take the over. I think we get some runs, and I won't talk shit about Nutella since you assisted me tonight.
I mean, he doesn't win every game. The fact is he's just a gamer. We got Barco in the comments says, "Isn't it getaway day? Under. The umps are in a hurry. Big strike zone."
Did you see that ump was in the Tigers game yesterday? Was reportedly caught outside of the MGM casino, like taking shots of Jameson or some shit.
Before
2
or
hours
after the
before
game?
first pitch. Before first pitch. And there was 37 missed calls or something yesterday behind home plate.
TWD says, imagine betting the Rockies with a bunch of laughing emojis, then goes, this is a Rocky spot. My bad. Apologies.
Yeah, I was about to say, dog, because I'm about to come on here and say why you should bet the Rockies. I don't know if I end up doing it. I don't mind the over either. But Trevor neglected to say he didn't want to bet the Brewers because Ryan Feltner has owned the Brewers organization since he stepped into the Major League Baseball. His last 3 starts, one of them here on the road in Milwaukee, went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs last year. And then the 2 starts prior to that at home, he went 10 innings, only gave up 3 runs. On top of that, to end the year last year, his 3 starts at home, Arizona, St. Louis, and the Dodgers, 18 innings, only 3 runs. Ryan Feltner was made to pitch in Coors Field. Give me the Rocks, at least in the first 5. And then from then on, I don't really want to deal with the bullpen. But give me Rockies first 5 to come out here hard after getting their asses beat here today. Little belt to ass action. We're going to flip the script.
What's the price on that?
Probably even money. Yeah, minus 110 on FanDuel. Ugh. I know. It's beautiful.
Yeah, broken clocks, right?
Here's the thing.
Dead clock.
Same shit.
It's I think it's broken clock.
I'm pretty sure it is broken.
It's not. It's a
Don't
dead
make me
clock.
Google.
A
Don't
dead
make me
clock
Google.
is right twice a day.
Broken clock, right?
Because
Look at this. Even a broken clock is right.
Well,
twice.
search dead clock though, because I think they both
All
might
right.
be used.
Even
Dead
the dead
clock.
clock's right twice a day because you can still fix a dead clock. You can put the batteries back in.
Oh, dude,
The saying a broken clock is right twice a day means that even something unreliable or wrong can occasionally be correct.
So it is broken.
Google AI.
So yeah, it isn't dead clock. It's broken clock.
Yeah, I made that up. People, I
You
don't
did not
understand.
make that up, bro.
This is like you telling me that Ellie De La Cruz stole GTA or some bullshit video game, dog.
No,
You don't know what you're talking about.
Your shirt was a Grand Theft Auto shirt.
No, I don't believe you.
Oh my god, dude. I can't even have a conversation with you. You're not even following. Okay, so you did not make up the saying a broken clock is twice right. I bet you my great-grandfather knew that saying in the 1913. Dude, it's been around forever. Here's the thing with this bet. Yes, I would love to take the Rockies on getaway day. Yeah, Quinn Priester should get rocked. But what you're not considering is the market's all over it, bro. Minus 105, minus 110. The whole point of taking the Rockies is that big, juicy plus payout. Taking the Rockies at a pick'em, that's freaking crazy. Ryan Feltner has the highest hard hit percentage of any pitcher on the board tomorrow. Look it up. Look it
He
up.
doesn't have a higher hard hit percentage than Quinn Priester. Quinn Priester's 46.2%.
Trevor said.
I don't know what Trevor's looking at.
Wow, are you giving us fake stats?
Hold
bro?
up. No, I am not. No, I am
Quinn
not.
Priester hasn't pitched this year, so we have to go.
Thank you.
everything-
That's why. I pulled everything from this year. So 2 starts, small sample size.
Someone
To say
said,
I scraped the data.
Both of these guys have hard hit rates. The only reason that I want to bet the Rockies first 5 is because they have a pitcher that's proven that not only can they pitch against this Milwaukee lineup, they can pitch in Coors against very good lineups a la Arizona and the Dodgers. So I'm good.
someone said a dead gift horse is right twice a day.
And yes, just for you guys know, I didn't make up that saying. Jesus Christ.
I'm putting the Rockies up, but I just want to be very clear. I'm not betting this.
I want to be very clear. I am betting the first 5.
First 5 I like a little better. I mean Feltner in Coors, he's definitely more likely to pitch a good game than Priester. Obviously, you take the Brewers lineup over the Rockies any day, though.
What's the first 5 run line for the Rockies minus the half?
Minus the half, Trev.
I don't even
What's
know.
gotten into you?
It'd have to be you have to find it on FanDuel. It's like a freaking alt line thing, or at least the way the action has it out.
I mean, to Toast's point on DraftKings, the Brewers first 5 over 2.5 minus 120, Rockies minus 135 over 2.5. Hey, I'm not backing my guys tomorrow. I don't like the spot, but they're gonna get some runs even with that B squad in there.
Big series on deck for the Brew Crew is something you have to keep in
Corbin
mind.
Burns.
Wow. Dude, this is a look ahead spot. Rockies might be a gift horse. All right. Toronto, Baston, Walker Buehler's on the mound against Bassett. I mean, speaking of gift horses, what am I missing about this game? Why are the Red Sox close to a pick 'em here? At home, better starting pitcher.
I see minus 122 for the Red Sox now.
Because they suck and they can't score runs. That's probably why.
What are you talking about, dude?
What are you talking about?
Your overreactions are crazy.
I'm not overreacting. We're not doing this. We're not.
You
we're not
loved
doing
the Red Sox lineup like 3 days ago.
No, when did I love the Red Sox lineup? I played an over. I've never went to bat for the Red Sox lineup, ever. Not once. They had 3 good games. That is it. Besides that, they're putting up 2s and 3s, one 2s and 3s. They had 3 good games. One of them being a double header that no one fucking pitched in, and they scored 18 runs. But besides that, they've done absolutely nothing. Besides in 2 other
they're
games.
not getting swept.
You
put this is a Baston spot.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying that it has nothing to do with that. If you want to know why they're a pick 'em, it's because they cannot score runs. That's the reason.
Well, they're about to because Bassett's a fucking piece of shit.
Yo, Bassett's been good this year.
He's been fucking untouchable this year, and he's been untouchable against the Boston Red Sox as well. So
you should bet Toronto then.
No, today was the day I took my loss with Boston today. I don't really want to go back to the well, not to mention the fact that Walker Buehler looked like shit, like bad. So 9 innings, 9 runs, 14 hits. Like I have to see it against a Toronto offense that's kind of starting to come into their own right now. So again, I lean Boston a little bit, but I honestly haven't even looked at the bullpen situation for them. I know that Chapman went today.
Gausman went 8.
I'd be curious to see. Yeah, that's true.
Hoffman went 2.
I'm on the board, baby. Baston. I got a bet down.
Where's Boston? So Chapman went. Weissert went. Interesting.
Trev, you're with me, right? What the hell?
Went, Slayton went. Dude, everybody in that freaking bullpen went. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Boston offense is not good right now. Not good. Not to mention winds blowing in. Bassett's had really good history versus them. His 3 starts on the road with Boston, he went 7-7 and 6 2/3. He gave up 1, 2, and 1, along with 7, 5, and 5 hits. 6, 2, and 9 strikeouts. He's really good.
Sorry. Toast, that entire bullpen. That entire bullpen was rested. So.
I want nothing to do with that. So you're more than welcome to take it.
I already did. Trev?
Yeah, I don't like that the total's 9. Kind of feels like runs maybe had, but not a great weather day. What do we got here? We got winds blowing. We got some swirlies going on. Going third baseline to foul pole to out to left field. 8 miles an hour, cloudy, 50 degrees. Not beautiful. But I will say the Red Sox do have some good numbers versus him. I mean, Bregman's 10 of 26, 3 doubles and a dinger. Devers 7 of 14, 2 doubles and 3 dingers. Pretty good numbers. Other than that, nobody really has fantastic numbers versus him. And Bassett's always done pretty damn well in Boston. So I like Toronto. I'm not going to bet it. I'll probably honestly sit on like Bassett outs or something. I know they got the bullpen.
Have you watched the Red Sox? Have you looked at their lineup and who's hitting for them? I mean, like,
no, it's just
you act like we're overreacting to all this stuff because I don't want to make a bet on Boston when they haven't scored in 4 days. Like, it's just, I mean, it's not overreacting. I just don't want to go back to the well. It's really that simple.
All right.
It'd be different it'd be different if I was getting them plus 100 or something like that. But I'm not trying to pay 120 because they're going to avoid a sweep. Like, that's just not what I'm going to do.
No, I think you play Boston here because everything is just so extreme for aggression on the other side. Walker Buehler's not going to have a 9 ERA this year, and Chris Bassett's not going to have an 0.71. Boston's not going to be the worst lineup in the AL all year. I mean, in fact, Boston's going to have a better lineup than Toronto this year. We know they are.
I mean, I could make the argument back that besides the playoffs, when's the last time that Walker Buehler looked good?
I mean, yeah, with Walker Buehler, okay, maybe a little bit, but I mean, Bassett's not going to have an 0.71 ERA.
Well, no, but he's also played 2 very good lineups that are significantly better than Boston in the New York Mets and Baltimore. So there's that as well. I agree that he might not pitch at that level, but I mean, he was fine when he went on the road to the Mets.
So right, next game, I bet the Red Sox.
Not to mention the Blue Jays are going to Baltimore next too. So I think they're going to try to get as much as they can and save those bullpen arms. So I'm probably going to be on Bassett over outs.
I honestly would be on the under. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not betting it anyway.
I just don't like how high it is. Like, why is it 9?
I don't know. It doesn't make it. That's why I feel like I don't even care. It's like today in the Oakland game. Like it doesn't matter to me. It just doesn't make any sense. If Boston erupts for 18 runs like they did in the second game of a doubleheader, I get to have my money. Go ahead, take it.
Can we talk Shvelly?
I'd love to.
I think, excuse me. I think you guys were one day early with your Braves bet. I think now is when you strike. Schwellenbach is on the mound. Luzardo, who looked excellent, I was there against the Dodgers. He's cruising for a bruising. He was better at home in Miami. He was more vulnerable on the road. Look, the Braves, we know, haven't been all that great with the bat so far this year, but maybe seeing a lefty, sometimes that's the change of pace you need. Not to mention, as Toast said over and over again, the Braves haven't been as bad in the last few days. The bats are starting to come to life. I think the Braves could get to Luzardo, Shvelly. I mean, Shvelly's one of the best pitchers in the NL, whether you want to admit it or not. Now is where you play the Braves.
Yeah, Braves first 5 run line for me. I don't want to deal with that bullpen. That bullpen's trash. Want nothing to do with it at all. And I truly believe that. So, Luzardo, first of all, I know that I'm about to say that Luzardo's coming off a big performance, and I want to fade that. And you could make the argument that Schwellenbach's coming off a good performance as well. But Schwelly's been having excellent performances for the past 6 months. So again, does 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs look really good? Yeah, but he also went 6 innings, no runs against the Padres, 7 innings, 1 run against the Mets. His last 2 times against the Mets. 6 innings, 2 runs against the Dodgers. I could keep going. My point being is that Schwellenbach has just been on a different level for a while now. Something clicked for him, and he's been absolutely fantastic since then. And I think Kyle and I have been essentially betting him almost in some way in every start that he's made.
Yeah.
And I don't find a reason to stop here. I do think that Luzardo is going to come back to earth a little bit. I wish that the Braves had a little bit more lefties in the lineup because he does really struggle against lefty bats. But Ozzy's being able to switch hit, and Austin Riley finally starting to come into his own right now. I think that he's going to be all right. Things like that. There's just a lot of things that make me want to bet the Braves. So again, the Braves kind of lost this game today. It is what it is. That's what happens when you have Trey Turner and Bryce Harper on your team. But I don't want to deal with the bullpens. I'll deal with just Shwelly and Shwelly alone.
Shvelly and Shvelly alone. Well, in terms of the bullpens, Alvarado threw 30 pitches for the Phillies tonight. That's 30, which means we're not going to see him.
And he almost gave it up. So
yeah, So Alvarado for the Phillies, that's their closer, threw 30 pitches tonight. Other than that, you saw Ross tonight, you saw Ruiz. And yes, I know the Braves bullpen also used a bunch of arms. We'll talk about it in a second. But the Phillies have no choice but to put Jordan Romano on the mound at some point in this game. Yes. And if you've seen him pitch this year, the man doesn't have it. The man just flat out doesn't have it. Philadelphia Phillies Twitter is calling for this guy to be traded. Like Romano ain't got it this year. So you got Luzardo, who I think, as I said, is cruising for a bruising. I think the Braves will get to Luzardo. We're going to see Jordan Romano most likely at some point.
Maybe. I
think the Braves are the play here. Shvelly should deal. Trevor, you with me?
Yeah, I already bet Barry's money line. I really like Shwelly too. 6% ground ball rate this year. You look at the Phillies; they're sitting 4th with the highest ground ball rate for righties this year, 49.4%. They're also sitting 4th lowest hard hit percent, 26.6. Schwellenbach 2 starts, zero barrels given up. Not to mention,
Did you guys not even look at the Braves bullpen? You're just gonna ignore
No, I'm
that?
aware. I looked. Phillies aren't in a great spot either with it.
I would argue that the Phillies are in a better spot than the Braves if you don't have Iglesias.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But Iglesias, I haven't been a big fan of this year. I know he's good, but he's kind of had some shit spots.
I mean, he's good. Bummer gave up a home run tonight. I mean, who are you confident in? That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Like I get it. I'm not. I just think it's the Brave spot. Everyone liked them today. They shit the bed. Gave the game away. Everybody won their Phillies. Now they're going to go back to it. I think Braves get it done. This is the same prices it opened up yesterday. And when Atlanta closed at like minus 153, that was doomed from the get-go. But yeah, 3 hits in 14 innings. I know Schwellenbach due to give up some more hits, obviously, but Luzardo had 7 innings of 2-hit baseball, shutout baseball against the Dodgers. on a Friday night. Like he's like Kyle's like cruising for a friggin' bruising. And the Braves bats have kind of started to get a little better. I know they didn't do anything against Taijuan Walker today, which was criminal, but tomorrow's the day. It's Braves, Schwellenbach. Let's go. Braves money line. I might even double dip and take the under as well. I think this is going to be something like a 4-2, 3-2 type of game, somewhere around there.
I got 2 bets down. That's a shitty slate. I still got 2 bets. Red Sox and Braves. I like it. All right, everyone. Thanks, as always, for watching. Tomorrow, we're not going to do the morning show. There's only 6 games. So I'll be back at 4 p.m. to do just the NBA. So you won't see Toast for another 24 hours. 24 hours without Toast. Well, he'll be in the Discord if you need him. But, so, yeah, see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. to talk some NBA. Might try to do a UFC video tomorrow. I'll hit up the UFC guys. I think there's a card this weekend. Masters teeing it up in just 6 hours. Got some bets down. Let's have a good weekend. Please remember to bet responsibly. As always, as far as the betting league, I'll pull up the lineup real quick for those of you that haven't seen.
While you're doing that, Pump Fig, we're doing a show tomorrow. We're going to do the all names list and a bunch of just awards and shit throughout the season.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I've accumulated a list of all of the sickest and illest names across the country, and
Names?
we're going to first team and second team them.
What time is that?
I don't know, probably around 9:30 Central.
All right, so that's on the Pump Fake Pod. Just type in Pump Fake Pod into YouTube. You know those college basketball guys.
There's 2 names that better be on them. One plays for Oregon, and where does the other kid play?
Cool Boy King.
Nope. Fucking Supreme Cook and Always Right.
Yep.
Those
Supreme
boys.
Cook. Supreme Cook is on there. What? I'll give you a little preview. Rocket Watts.
Okay.
Turbo Johnson. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Someone said, Kyle, how did you and Toast meet? Same place I met almost everyone you see on the show, YouTube comments. I was uploading videos and Toast used to comment on them and share his trends. That's how I met Toast. So, yeah, same spot I met Trevor. Same spot. Most people you see on here are people I met in the comments that you're talking in. So, everyone, enjoy your night. Betting league will be up. Give me like 30 minutes, and I'll get the updated standings up and the odds up for tomorrow. Probably only do like 2 picks tomorrow because it's such a light slate. So, hit me up in the Discord if you need.